We are back with another episode of this Manchester United realistic rebuild. We come off the back of probably one of the best Premier League games of all time, 6-4 against Brighton. Absolutely nuts game. Next up, Manchester United versus Rangers in the Europa League. Let's have a look at this. So we are in 8th. We have the potential, I think, top 8 going to round 16 automatically. You'd assume, because that's split in half. We could leapfrog any of the 7 in front of us, other than the top 3, actually. Great for me. But we could also be leapfrogged by any of the ones below us. And if Rangers win, they knock us out of these automatic round of 16 places, and we don't want to be in that round of 32. We have enough games and we just want to get through and see how far we can go in this competition. I'll also show you the Premier League to start here. Sat pretty decently in 11th right now, 29 points. Obviously not where we want to be overall, but 4 points off Fulham in 7th. Few good results, and one of our games today is Fulham. It's our next Premier League game. Good result, and that could end up with a nice little top half position, you'd probably say. As for the transfer window, I have made a few changes in the squad. I won't bother too much squad. I have listed Rashford up for loan, and that is probably a question for a lot of people. In real life, it is looking like he's going to go on loan, specifically AC Milan. I have had him up for transfer. However, I just feel like a loan is probably more possible at the minute. So, with the crisis of De Ligt, Højlund and Xerxes being injured, so we currently only have Rashford as a striker, we will probably be looking to loan one in the last couple of in the last couple of weeks in the transfer window. Some of these may be on the list. However, it's unsure if I'll be able to find anyone, to be honest, and if Rashford will even be able to go. Anyway, I have got an idea for this video, and I'm currently probably what I'm going to do is, this Rangers game is massive. If we win it, it's probably going to be the one that puts us through in the Europa League, not guaranteed with this game. So I'm probably going to show the full game of that, uncut, no edit, just go straight in, watch the whole thing, then show highlights of the Fulham game and highlights of this FCSB game. These highlights will be cut down, most likely just the most important moments of the game, because I have recently been showing like just random misses and stuff. It'll most likely just be the goals if possible. However, I feel that you get more out of the game by watching one full game and then 2 highlight packages. It also just means that if I do sim games, which I actually might end up simming a game or 2 here, could end up simming the Fulham game, could sim the Crystal Palace game. Probably one of those will be simmed. Likely to be the Palace game, but I will show that in this episode. So those 4 games will be done. But let's get into this Rangers game. Before we get into the Rangers game, if you don't remember last episode, Luke Shaw sold out Juventus. Not sure how realistic it is that he goes in January in real life with the injury. However, this isn't, based on just that. If possible, I think United would choose to sell him for this offer. Seemed realistic enough. Juventus, a good enough club. Luke Shaw, he's officially out. So here we are, Old Trafford. Stretford end with a massive tifo there of Andre Onana. Never seen that before in real life. But Manchester United versus Rangers. British club versus British club. English versus Scottish. And potential slight distaste for each other with United's history with Celtic. Their good relationship with Celtic anyway. As we see the players line up here, you can see a glimpse of the lineup. It is a strong squad put out by Ruben Amorim here. 3 points needed. Anything else is not good enough. Can't go into that final day having to rely on other teams losing. Need to put it all on our back instead. You can see Rashford and Ahmad and Nuno Mendes there poised. Our only January transfer window signing will be the only one money-wise, maybe a loan coming in. But here is our squad. Onana starts, Maguire, Martinez and Yoro. Still no De Ligt, obviously. Agate, Mainu, Delo and Mendes. And that 4. Then Fernandes and Ahmad behind Rashford in what could be his last game for Manchester United, with a potential loan on the cards. And Rangers here start with ex-Stoke and United keeper, actually, Jack Butland. Suter and Pröper at the back with Yilmaz and Tavernier. Diamande and Raskin in midfield. Bajrami, Cerny and Cortez behind Danilo up front. So no Cyril Dessers, unless maybe he's been sold or something. However, you will be with me for this whole game. I will apologise if there is moments of silence. Going to try and keep the atmosphere as realistic as possible. But let's see Marcus Rashford here kick off. The plan is here in this game to just keep a little bit of an eye on their, obviously, wingers. I think that Cerny's caused me problems in the past on other career modes. However, we are just going to be reserved and try and hold the ball. I mean, there was a lot of photographers down there by Dallo. I have changed the passing difficulty, so it's 50 on both the AI and mine, because it has been pretty poor recently. But Nuno Mendes is going to try and find Ahmad there. Not going to find him, Jack Butland. With the save. Hopefully the choice game of today's episode is one of the better games. One of the best games, otherwise. Bruno Fernandes. Here is Nuno Mendes. He's going to cut back. He's going to find Agate. May as well strike it, but he's not really a profound hitter of a football. More of a defensive player. He did get a nice body position in terms of shaping to shoot, but he just couldn't really find that gap in the net. They're going to look to play Ridvan Yilmaz a lot in this game. He has a lot of talent. I do believe he is pretty decently young. Turkish, if I'm not wrong. The name, anyway. Nuno Mendes steps in there. Kobbie Mainoo wins it as well, but Bajrami gets a foul in the end. It's going to be Tavernier on every single set piece today. He is the specialist. Not many better than him. Agate with a great tackle. Rashford. There is Diogo Dallo. Gets his chance today. Ahmad. He's not really found anything there. And Kobbie Mainoo's just going to biz one into Bruno. Now Agate. That's where we need the space. It's Nuno Mendes. He's going to whip one across. It's Rashford. Can't get it in. It's a great shot. It's a great save as well. Martinez. Yoro. Cortez as well. Bajrami. Mainu. It's a great pass. Bruno. Disguised pass. Out to Nuno Mendes. He's caused Tavernier a lot of havoc so far. If that even makes sense. Here is Bruno Fernandes. Agate. Shapes to shoot. Won't shoot. It's going to go back out to Bruno. Bruno now finds Nuno Mendes. And the Portuguese link-up just doesn't quite work there. Rashford, though, wins it, and Pröper. Now it's Rangers' turn to attack. Danilo. Turns Lenny Yoro. Maguire and Yoro swapped for a minute. Not a great thing when Ridvan Yilmaz here on the left-hand side causing us problems, overlapping. It's in there now, Cortez. Yoro, brilliant by Maguire and Yoro there. Kept the heads. Easy to, lose your head a bit as a centre-back when you haven't got much going on. Mainoo, though. It's a great pass to Agate. Bruno. Going to try and find Nuno Mendes, and if there's anyone who can pull that pass off, it's Bruno Fernandes. Mendes, not much he can do here. The guy, that's a poor pass, tries it. Potentially at Bruno. Rangers don't look bad in attack at all. Tavernier and Yilmaz seem to be getting forward. Martinez with a brilliant tackle, however, and Bruno can exploit the space. He's not the fastest, but Cherney with a chopping challenge and potentially a yellow card. I mean, if not, you'd be concerned with the referee. And yeah, Vaclav Cherney, I believe that's how you say it anyway. It's a really poor tackle. Agate on it currently. It's going to be changed to Bruno Fernandes. Just going to aim to whip one in a little. Floated a bit too much maybe, and Ahmad obviously not going to get there. I'm not sure why he's there in the first place. Martinez chops. Ahmad. Oh, great skill by Amad Diallo. Ex-Rangers man. Cuts in. Oh, Rashford's in the way and it's offside anyway. Whether it's going in or not, we'll see from the replay. Maybe we won't. Not sure. I mean, he purposely blocks that, so maybe thankful that it is his potentially last game if possible. Have got Ethan Wheatley on the bench today as well, ready to try and come on. Ahmad. Stallo. Beats Yilmaz. To Agate now. Has to hit it proper, does well. Proper, whatever his name is. Menu. Rashford. Ahmad has to find Dallo here. Agate's the one up front at the minute. Not known for his finishing ability, but he is up there. He's getting the ball on the edge of the box quite a lot at the minute. Dallo, great ball in. Proper. And Rangers are currently sat back, just trying to find their way forward now. Danilo. Maguire. Cherney wins it. Cherney wins it. Yoro has to win it. Oh, Cherney. He's done brilliantly. Oh, Nana, what a save. How has he not scored there? He's won it multiple times there, it seemed. The ball just kept ping-ponging back and forth. And Cherney had a wonderful chance. Their only big chance of the game so far. The only real big chance. He's fluffed it. But we're down the other end. Nuno Mendes here. He's got nothing to do, so he just strikes it. And Jack Butland, the ex-United third goalkeeper, makes a great save. And we've got a corner now. Gonna try and see if they will crowd the keeper. Doesn't seem it. It's in there. Maguire. Decent header. Ahmad. Brilliant strike. Oh, it's off the line by Propa after a nasty deflection. There's Martinez. Bruno Fernandes won't get there. And Tavernier hopefully run for Rangers. But Agate does brilliantly well. Now we're back in shape. Agate can't quite get that toe on the ball. Nuno Mendes as well. Cherney. Tavernier. Martinez caught out, but he manages to get something on it. Poor pass out though. Cherney. It's got to be Rangers. Oh, Yarrow. It's just brilliant one-on-one defending. That's the end of the half, you think. It's a risky pass though. Nuno Mendes. Unnecessary in the moment. Cherney wins it back. He's pressing very well. The guy, he's probably been the best player on the pitch today. And that spells half-time. So a boring first 45. But you could see either team winning this. We are going to make changes as well at half-time, I think. Rashford not really performed, so I'm going to give Ethan Wheatley his chance. Hasn't played very much this season. However, I do believe, if any actually, but I do believe he deserves his chance. I'm also going to bring on Anthony for Diogo Dallo. I just feel we need extra attacking. Actually, no, I'm going to bring on Garnacho instead. We just need that extra pace, and I think Garnacho probably deserves a chance at the minute. So, we go into the second half. I'm going to just turn up this audio for the crowd, just so you can hopefully hear it a little bit better. Hopefully you can see me a goal. Agate, brilliant tackle there. Kobbie Mainoo. Nuno Mendes. Inside and out. And he is getting a lot of joy down this left-hand side, isn't he? Hoping that Wheatley makes those natural striker runs, and we're going to get a look at that. This is before half-time. They never normally do this. I mean, I'm not quite sure what planet they're on, if they even consider that being close to the goal, but wow, it's a weird corner setup. We don't see this much. It's a little bit strange. I'm not really sure what happened. Nuno Mendes, Raskin tries to get it out, but Agate's there, and it's a lovely old flick to Garnacho. Bit part roll at the minute, Garnacho, but he can earn his stripes. Yoro. Nuno Mendes tries to take his man on the left-hand side, but he isn't able to. And Cherney has been a real danger today. Beats Yoro. And it is going to be a foul. Rangers wanted the foul apparently, even though Cherney seemed to be in, so it's a strange decision, especially now that they're giving their centre-back the ball there. However, it might work out. They're in shooting position, but not a very good one. Now's Danilo's chance. Maguire and Agate managed to get something on that. Agate. Bruno Fernandes. Just can't turn well enough. He's risked it there, really. Danilo, Maguire as well. Now's Martinez. Bruno's just going to drop. Yet again, it's all about that Nuno Mendes run. However, it's not used here. Bruno tries to clip it over to Garnacho, but it's intercepted. Rangers getting a foothold in the second half. Seems like a real poor Manchester United performance in terms of creating. But is there something to change the script? Cherney again probably should have had a goal by now. He's been in there, but he just stops and costs him. Maybe didn't know the space he had. Bruno. Well, bit of skill. Nuno Mendes just can't retain it. Oh, now he can. Ethan Wheatley is there. Nuno Mendes. Tavernier is playing on. Ethan Wheatley for his first goal of the season. And his first professional goal for Manchester United. And it's a 19-year-old from the academy. Højlund's out. Xerxes out. Rashford's on the chopping block. But Ethan Wheatley steps up. And if you're going to try and get yourself any minutes, that's exactly how you do it. What a goal. Just makes that perfect cut and run through the defence. Stays onside with Tavernier dropping back a little bit too much. And Nuno Mendes finds him on his infield run. Pure elation for Ethan Wheatley. His first ever Manchester United goal. Huge one as well. So we restart here, 63 minutes in. 1-0 Manchester United. You'd say probably the fair result in terms of overall match kind of momentum, etc. But Cherney really should have had a goal by now for Rangers, if not someone else. And they'll feel a bit aggrieved probably. I'm going to have a look at changes next time the ball goes out. Nuno Mendes, lucky there. That could have been a real risky challenge. But they've left Tavernier up front. Not up front, but on the wing. Bruno had a bit of space, but he hasn't used it. We are going to now look to make some substitutions. Mason Mount is going to come on for Amad Diallo. And I'm going to have a look at getting Toby Collier on for Kobbie Mainoo. Keep a little bit more kind of energy in that midfield. Try and prevent them getting all these opportunities through there. The guy's had a stellar game. Mainoo not really getting involved. Talking of a guy, he's everywhere at the minute, isn't he? Nuno Mendes. Mount. Touch is very good. Not in the end, actually. Collier to Garnacho. Finally getting on the ball a little bit. Just plays it to Wheatley. Lays it off. Bruno Fernandes. And it's a first goal and a first assist for Ethan Wheatley in this Manchester United side. Handful of games under Erik ten Hag. But it's Ruben Amorim who unlocks his talent. It's a brilliant finish from Bruno Fernandes. It's relatively simple for Wheatley. But You know, when you look back at those goals and assists, it's not going to be where were you or how did it happen. It's on the chart now. That's 2 goals and assists in this game. Likely a man of the match candidate, at least. Probably going to win it. But more importantly, 3 points look like they're going home with United or staying home here in Old Trafford. Essential. Wheatley there. Brilliant. De Collier as well. This youth really taking us through. It would be nice to have players like Goodwill Kakonki from real life who have been getting in, but can't use creative players anyway on live start points. Mason Mount. We're just going to look to play a little bit more possession. Keep it. Try not to lose the game. Lose a grip of our lead at least. I'm going to find space there. Collier. That's the bounce pass we want. It opens a little bit up. Oh, Wheatley, that could have been pretty decent, but his stats just won't be the same, will they? Yoro, it's a great tackle. Danilo, brilliant. Martinez, Yoro. Garnacho, that's unbelievable. Yilmaz might just get there anyway, but it's a little bit of luck for Garnacho. He's ridden the challenge. He's just going to go back. Nothing great for Wheatley there. But that's a great touch. Oh, and he just look. Oh, you didn't hear that. If you did, you didn't hear that. Oh, it doesn't matter anyway because Danilo's in. But Harry Maguire, that's stellar defending. Looks shoulder to shoulder to me, but Danilo. It seems like we can't finish off the chances as well, though. Probably should be up more in this game. Defensively excellent, though. Wheatley just brilliant defensively there. Doing everything he's asked of him, or that's asked of him, actually. Commentary's going a little bit dodgy, but is Nuno Mendes yet again. He's going to be knackered after this game, but does find Wheatley. Tries to find Garnacho, and it's bit of mixed communication there. Cortez. Martinez ends up out on the right somehow here. Wins it, and it's useful having him there. Or at least in that situation. Wheatley is just not much on and trying to force it. Agati's been stellar as well. You just can't really go wrong. Gonna try and get Onana involved in something. Made that one great save ever since, but that's an unbelievable pass. There's Mount. Spins off. Maybe not a direct chance at goal. But he tries to put it in. Oh, chips it too much. Did say a precision past it, but I didn't in the end. Journey. Oh, it's a poor tackle from a guy, but Journey straight back up. I mean, you get what you give, and he did give one of those to Bruno, I believe it was, in the first half. Maguire here has to step in. Danilo misses, and that's the end of the game. That's the end of Manchester United Rangers, at least for this season. Beat them 2-0 in pre-season, which I did forget to mention. Beat them 2-0 here in the Europa League, and it puts us one step closer towards that moment of peace, where we know we're in the round of 16, and we have at least some sort of progression this season. Such a poor season in terms of the Premier League, but the Europa League so far spotless. No losses. Maybe a few drop points against teams like FC20. But Fernandes and Wheatley, brilliant performance from them, brilliant goals from them, brilliant performance from others such as Agate. And it ensures that we have at least a chance in the final day. So we'll take a look at the Europa League, and that is very promising. Very, very promising. So on the final day of the Europa League, it all goes down to goal difference. So if we draw, there is no way we're not in this top 8. Obviously, try and get to that, top spot. But to me, it doesn't really matter. We're through. We should be through anyway to the last stages. So at least I think that would only mean we have to play 4 more games. But obviously, it's tough competition. However, Fulham away, Craven Cottage, one of my favourite grounds in the Premier League, at least aesthetically. Have a look at their lineup from here. I mean, you can see great players like Iwobi, Jimenez with his headband on. There's Marco Silva. So 2 Portuguese coaches actually facing up, play a very different brand of football. Sander Berge in there, who United were apparently looking to sign it during the summer transfer window. On that note, however, still no striker found. Vlahovic is on the list, but unless we can maybe strike up a swap deal with Rashford, it doesn't look very likely. We'll have to sort that out after this game. Not very long left of January, and we'll conclude in this episode. Fulham, however, let's focus on this game for now. Start with Leno and goals as per usual. Tete, Anderson, Bassi and Sessegnon. Lukic protects in front of them. Bergen, Pereira, and then Iwobi and Nelson on the wings with Jimenez up front. We have Onana in goals, as you'd expect. It will come up now. It's a back three of Martinez, Maguire and Yoro. Yet again, Mendes, Agate and Kobe, but Mazraoui starts today with Diallo and Bruno there, and a first Premier League start for Ethan Wheatley after his impressive first 2 goals and assists in the last game. Not expecting too much of him, but he provides that striker-like instinct that Rashford wasn't providing, and with a potential exit, or a likely exit for Rashford, let's see what Wheatley can do. There's Iwobi. Bassi with a wonderful pass to Andreas Pereira, the former Red Devil. This Sessegnon looks to beat Yoro. Yoro loses the race. Sander Berge, brilliant. Raul Jimenez. Plain sailing against Rangers, but then that's not the Premier League. This is Premier League quality. He's got a knack for a goal. And despite a serious head injury, fractured his skull, he's back scoring goals like no other. It's a great ball by Sander Berge, but that's a real striker's finish. Maybe a bit of luck. I'll have a look. Doesn't seem to clip off his right side, but Agate was struggling to get back there. Not really his position to be in, and our luscious locked Amorim is not very happy. There's a mountain to climb, but as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer once said, mountains are there to be climbed. And only 10 minutes in, there's plenty of time to get back in this. So Agate tries to split that ball, but no harm done in the process. In the end, Agate to Bruno now turns on it. It's a great turn. Can use his feet. Can use his legs. Wheatley might just be onside here. He might just get his first Premier League goal in his first Premier League start. Ethan Wheatley. A star is born. In real life, Chido Obi Martin, the one expected to step up from the academy to being bought from Arsenal, but he's not on this game. Maybe Wheatley's our replacement. He's got a knack for scoring goals. Both goals pretty similar. Just hanging on that last line. Finds himself in an absolute boatload of space. And that near post finish yet again. Well, it's got us back in this game. We're equal. They are going to stop the game, so that doesn't seem very promising at all. Holding his knee, which could mean an incredibly severe injury if it is the ACL. I'm hoping it's not, but that's what it looks like, and that could cause real issues. Real issues. It's not going to be Mason Mount that comes on. I'm going to bring on Alejandro Garnacho, and I'm also going to bring on Anthony, a right wing back. He's back up quickly though, so maybe less severe, hopefully. It's going to stay on for a bit. Raul, Yoro. It's just constant around the back, we can't get it away. Agate does well, but Berge. That is a delightful strike from the Norwegian in midfield. United wanted him, but never ever gave in the cash. Instead went for Manuel Agate, the first choice. But Berge with a goal and assist, and that goal is on his weak foot. It's an absolutely outrageous strike. Maybe questions about Onana, but it's unsavable really. His positioning wasn't great, but Sander Berge puts him 2-1 up. Nelson, he's found Andreas Pereira. It's brilliant by Martinez, so it's going to be Agate's pass. to Mount. Does find Bruno. Nuno Mendes has been up and down all game, same as Bruno, but this one last surge maybe. And Nuno Mendes in. It's a great chance. The wrong way. That's not the away end, son, but it's an unbelievable goal for his first Manchester United goal. He is going to be in agony. Ran all game, and I am going to end up having to take him off. But that's a strike you don't expect from your wing back. But they didn't expect Sander Berge to just smack one in with his left foot from outside the box. It's even Stevens, an equal game. Last attack of the game. Is it going to be 2-2? Mason Mount won't win it. Bassi, Lukic, Smith Rowe, Nelson, Agate. No time to waste for him. Smith Rowe. There is Raul Jimenez. And you have to bury that. But it's 2-2. Full of Manchester United. And you feel that United had the chance there. And we could have just tucked one away. But it's Bruno who will get the plaudits. He had a great game. He was controlling everything. Maybe a few sloppy mistakes, but Wheatley as well. 2 goals in 2 now. Great start for him. So we're looking at the injured players, and I did say Ahmad, it looked bad. He's broken his tibia, and he's out for 7 months, so he won't be back until next season. And I think that really calls for a loan signing. So here is a man. I'm gonna approach the loan. They won't let him go on loan. However, I do think, obviously in real life, I believe it's still applying, but Olympique Lyon, or just Lyon, I should probably call him. Stop trying to do my fancy accent. In real life, they have been penalised for financial mismanagement, and I believe they are in League 2 next season if they don't sell players. So I think Rayan Cherki, it would give them a favour, and with Ahmad out, would do us a massive favour as well. So if we can get him on the cheap, we're going to go in here, we're going to try. And here he is. Crisis struck with Amad Diallo. 7-month injury, broken his tibia, but for the rest of the season we have a player who's arguably of the same type of calibre, same positions. I was going to look into signing him in the summer to cover both those attacking midfield roles, but necessary now. Rayan Cherki is going to join United. Let's see what the board rate this deal. So the board is saying a D. I think that's a great deal realistically. I could have offered maybe a Rashford or something in there, but didn't want to put it to waste. We are going to change his kit number, 18 there for Cherki, and we're also going to make sure he plays as a cam. So a bit of a mixed squad going into this final Europa League game. Just a draw is needed, or otherwise it could be fatal in terms of our round of 16 hopes. We're just going to quick sim this game. And it's a 3-0 win. So that's quite a comprehensive win. Anthony with a double. We'll keep that in mind for the next game against Crystal Palace. Maybe. Now we can see here that Anthony's been approached by Crystal Palace. If you see on the status section, I'm gonna let it happen. I mean, I can't really do much. I'm not gonna renew his contract. So if he is out, which he isn't actually out of contract. Oh, it's for his release clause, 17.8 million. Well, I can't do much about that, so I'm going to let him go. So he's gone. Anthony, release clause taken. I can't do anything about it. I could give him a new contract, but that's not what I want to do. I don't want to waste money on Anthony. I plan to get him gone, but is this a bit premature, realistically? I think maybe covers the Rayan Cherki signing, but we do need a striker in these last coming days of the transfer window. Or last few hours, and we still haven't found one, but maybe that paves the way. Well, if I'm honest, I don't think we're going to get a striker in before this deadline. Arsenal trying to tease Bruno out of United, obviously not going to happen. So that's the squad we're going to start here in the final game of the episode. Anthony Taylor refereeing. Don't know why I just seen that, but bit dodgy, isn't he? Let's see if we can get all 3 points. However, that won't be done until we get Mino off, so just randomise this bench. We don't have enough players anymore. We get a 1-1 draw, so it's not great, really, is it? And we'll have a look at this Premier League table, but I'm not expecting it to be very good. So we've dropped by 1 position. It could be 2 positions if West Ham do end up winning. We have Spurs next. Really doesn't look like we're going to be very promising, at least for a few weeks. Need our players back. Liverpool ran away with it, or are running away with it. Okay, so that is gonna spell the end of this episode for this Manchester United career mode. Hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna test out this what's it called, full game kind of you know, this full game type of video. That's what I'm trying to say, if I can actually say it. It might be a longer video, might be about 40 to 50 minutes long. Currently about an hour and 10 minutes recording this, however there's a lot of waffle. But yeah, if you enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more of the content. It's been getting a little bit better recently, the at least watch time of it. But yeah, if you enjoyed, do both those things, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.